Hey, Crypto Growth fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, folks. QNT, the investment of a lifetime. It's going to be an interesting one, guys, so make sure to watch till the end. And, folks, for those of you who are new to the channel, we primarily discuss utility coins and potential gems. If you're interested in any of that stuff, then subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. Anyways, folks, let's see what's happening with QNT in real time. Look at this, folks. This is El Shredder over here. We're in the 1996 equivalent of the internet, but for blockchain. The investment of a lifetime. Folks, if we decipher from the statement over here, if we look at the evolution of the internet back in the day in 1996 when internet started in the starting stages of the internet, the inception of internet, nobody knew how big internet would be in the future. This is the case with projects like QNT, like XDC, XLM, XRP. People do not know how huge it can be in the future if utility comes into play and when the demand rises. So this might be the opportunity like the internet was back in the day, but for blockchain. Would it be a success or not? Only time can tell, but the signs are there. This is Gilbert Verdian over here. Look at this. This is how entire industries are developed. The internet wasn't created overnight. It took decades to establish the infrastructure to then run use cases on top like e-commerce, web apps, etc. when it became mainstream. Basically, folks, everyone wants to get rich overnight. Everyone wants to see things being built overnight. It doesn't happen in this way, at least 99% of the time. I know, I agree that there have been times when a certain meme coin has pumped in one single day and moonshot. Yeah, it has happened, obviously. But those gambles happen rarely, folks. And might I say, a really small percentage gain from it, and most of the people then lose. When it comes to true and legit projects, if they are indeed true and legit, folks, the teams are true, they're working behind the scenes, they're developing, forging partnerships, it takes time to become a mainstream brand. And QNT has everything written on the wall, but it might take time. I know the price does not reflect that. Everyone is concerned with that, with the price, but if we see the bigger picture, QNT has been building behind the scenes. The partnerships are there, the use cases there. Look at this. Same for mobile and telecoms. Any industry, folks, be it console, take console gaming, take gaming, take anything, folks. It has taken time. Take e-commerce, for instance. During the COVID era, these online stores, they truly took off. Before that, I agree that there were online platforms, people were buying stuff online, but the triggering point was this huge pandemic that happened. It basically became a catalyst and propelled these platforms forward. Let's see which triggering point takes these projects forward. It is yet to be seen, but anyways, we didn't get to 5G in years. It took decades to establish the GSM and LTE standards, first with SDOs for industry to then implement and run commercially for end users and enterprises to use. It is the same for blockchain infrastructure. Nothing is different. It is the same for the blockchain infrastructure. The true usage, we're not talking about just creating a token and then shilling it in the communities and all over social media, and then compel and attract people to buy it and expect the price to go up. If we're talking about the blockchain infrastructure, we are talking about the use case, practical use cases, practical implications, how it will be utilized in the real world, what the token will be for, what the token will be used for, if not the token, what the project is for. So this is what we're talking about. So if we look at a project in this perspective, then indeed it might be that we're still in the 1996 equivalent of the internet, but for blockchain. It is now becoming mainstream. Now we are taking the steps towards the right directions. The regulations are happening, the compliance taking place, legal frameworks being built, governments being involved, institutions being involved, financial giants being involved, and enterprises being involved, folks. So this is where Quant network comes into play. And when we talk about governments, folks, UK, as you know, that it is becoming one of the hubs for digital assets as well. Bank of England's Project Rosalind directly involved Quant network. Look at this. There are multiple sessions happening, multiple discussions happening in the UK as well about the digital arena. Look at this. The British Blockchain Association advocating evidence-based blockchain technologies, all-party parliamentary group on blockchain technologies, industry roundtable, tokenizing the UK's digital economy. And folks, Quant network can be is in the midst of it all, but for the sake of an argument, hypothetically speaking, it can be in the midst of it all. Indeed, it is trying to become that operating system for the blockchain and legacy systems. Look at this. Blockchain and crypto startups, talent and skills planning. These are being discussed in real time by governments, by these higher ups, the authorities, folks. Building a national blockchain services infrastructure, evaluating impact blockchain for UK's digital economy. From what we understand, folks, Project Rosalind, the Bank of England, testing out CBDCs, Quant network was in the testing phase. So this is what we're talking about. Look at this, folks, just a moment. Yeah. This is C Traders, by the way. So shout out William Lowell, Senior Advisor on CBDC at the Bank of England. Quote, "This is something that is going to be used by households and businesses for everyday payments online and in store." We're talking about not billions, folks. We're talking about trillions. And even some go as far to say the derivative markets and everything, quadrillions. But I think that is extremely over ambitious at the moment. But trillions, this is a number that truly can be disrupted if these projects indeed take off, folks. Look at this. CBDC as a platform for innovation. A payment is only half the story of any transaction. Payments contain more data than ever. There is an opportunity to remove friction and reduce cost. Awesome.
So what I want to look at now.
Look at this. Vision for the digital pound, CBDC. Individuals and businesses, service providers, API layer, central bank ledger, used by households and businesses. Number 1. Number 2, everyday payments online and in-store. 3, accessed through smartphones and cards, accessible to UK and non-UK residents. So it's going to be global, connecting UK with the rest of the crowd, with the rest of the world, with the rest of the region as well. No interest paid, seamlessly exchangeable with other forms of money, including cash and bank deposits. Limited amount per user, at least initially, folks. Yeah, just a moment. Let us go ahead. Anything new? So yeah. This is what we're talking about, folks. When it comes to Quant network, it is trying to innovate. It is trying to become that hub for digital assets, for the blockchain world, trying to connect the legacy systems, the traditional finance with the DeFi, with blockchain, with DLT. This is awesome. Okay, let's see what Gilbert has to say over here. Guardian solving the interoperability hurdle since 2018. Okay.
Keep hearing it over and over again from vendors, from the banks itself, from central banks saying we want blockchain, we need digital assets. I think what we've kept hearing is the biggest challenge is interoperability, and they've said it time and time again. We want to implement it, but we need it to be interoperable. We don't know how to do it. We need the industry to solve it, and that's where we've come in. I mean, we've solved that problem since 2018.
Folks, there was a really interesting post by none other than Tokenizer, or as well, or a recent post that the QNT FUD over the years, folks. Look at this. 2022, Hyperledger removes Quant from members. Oracle removes Quant from partner list in 2022, and in 2025 we've got some other FUD. Linux Foundation, founders of Hyperledger, are actively working to integrate SATP and ISO TC307. Oracle DA platform confirms Overledger as infrastructure. Look at this. By the way, there has been constant FUD around QNT. One of the from the back of my head, one of the FUDs that I remember is when they said that they wouldn't longer be using X for in official capacity. That was another FUD. People said that this is not the right move and everything. Look at this Quant network in the midst of it all. We've got IBM, Hyperledger, Cacti. We've got Stellar over here, a really great project. I really am bullish on Stellar, as you all know. AGIB, UK Finance, Bank of International Settlement, Oracle, BIS, the Linux Foundation. Then we've got Hyperledger Fabric. Quant can indeed be huge. It can connect various areas of finance. Look at this. This is SAN. QNT on stage talking about Agora, 7 central banks but plus 41 FI, and Mbridge with Visa, Alexander Cage, well known from SDX and CLS. Other speakers at the Future of Finance event include, look at the names over here, you're as good as the people you interact with, basically. So Quant interacts with giants. Look at this. BIS, Central Bank of Germany, Citi, Fidelity, Lloyds, EVI, R3, Deca Bank. I mean, this is insane. This is awesome. Bank for International Settlements, might I say. I'll rephrase it. I called it the Bank of International Settlements. It is the Bank for International Settlements. Anyways, Daniel Aiden, advisor and solutions architect at Bank of International Settlements. Okay, look at this. The panelists, look at this, a stacked group, and we've got none other than Gilbert Verdian over here, CEO at Quant. I mean, this is awesome. What are we talking about over here? What incentives do banks have to invest in the infrastructure necessary to support CBDCs? People often say that what are CBDCs for and why banks are going to be utilizing it, and the panelists will try to answer everything over here. The card networks are trying to keep abreast of developments in digital money, including providing distribution infrastructure for stablecoins. Are they pursuing a viable long-term strategy? Awesome. Making cross-border payments faster, cheaper, more transparent. When it comes to cross-border payments, oftentimes we remember Ripple XRP, and more accessible is a priority of international financial market regulators. Now look at this, are initiatives such as Project Mbridge and Project Agora too backwards compatible to provide durable solutions? So the best part is that now we're trying to come up with solutions, folks. We're trying to come up with the answers, and this is where Quant can come into play. And indeed, Quant can be bigger than a lot of these projects that we are truly bullish on. Utility can truly be huge for this industry. Look at this. Quant is bigger than all of crypto. Quant does it all. Quant is secure. Quant will handle multiple quadrillions, not even trillions, or according to Swift Cure Quant over here, we're talking about quadrillions. I mean, that would be insane. If it ever happens, we will be more than happy in the trillions. But anyways, the more the better. The blessed few. So this is what we're talking about. when it comes to Quant Network. Do you think, folks, that Quant is indeed an investment of a lifetime? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. Like I always say in the end, until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.